This question belongs to algorithm subject and was asked in GATE CSE 1992. So the question states, consider the function fn for which the pseudocode is given below. So this is our function fn. So this is the definition of the function. We have begin followed by end. Then first we create a variable f1 and assign a value 1 to it. Then if n equals to 1, then the value of f we store as 3. Else we take a loop from I equals to 1 to n, begin, end. In the loop we do c equals to 0, and for j equals to 1 to n minus 1, begin, c equals to c plus 1, end, and f1 equals to f1 into c, where n is a positive integer greater than 0. Then it is asking derive the recurrence relation for fn. Now see, what is recursion? Suppose we have a function n with some parameter n. In recursion, in the body we are again calling the same function with a different parameter. Let us suppose n minus 1. This is recursion. But here see, inside fn we are never calling f with the same or different parameter. There is no call like fn into 2 or fn minus 1 inside this body. So it is not at all a recursive function. So we can't write recurrence relation to it. So here not possible to write recurrence relation for f of n. Okay, if it had been recursion, we can easily write the recurrence relation. Now let us see option B. Option B says solve the recurrence relation for the closed form solution of fn. So there is no recurrence relation, so we can't solve it. But we can get a closed form solution for fn. It is basically asking what this question is, what this code is actually computing. So let us see what this is computing by analyzing it. Okay, so see what it is doing. Initially, we are having this body, we have begin followed by an end. So we will create a variable f1 and assign a value 1 to it. So if n equals to 1, then f will have a value 3, which means if n equals to 1, then fn equals to 3. Else, when f is not 1, then we will take a loop from 1 to n, and inside the loop we are creating a variable c with 0, and for j equals to 1 to n minus 1 we are incrementing c. See this loop. In this loop we are taking a loop from j equals to 1 to n minus 1 and incrementing c. So at the end of this loop, every time c will have a value n minus 1. So we can replace this entire code by c equals to n minus 1. And after this, what we are doing? We are just multiplying f1 by c. So in one iteration, what we are doing? We are having a value of f1 as 1. We are multiplying it by c n minus 1. Okay, c is n minus 1. Then the next iteration, again we are calculating c to be n minus 1. Then we are again multiplying it with f1. So this gets multiplied with n minus 1. How many times? N times, as this loop is running n times. Okay, so what is the value of f1? f1 will have a value n minus 1 to the power n. So the answer to this is n minus 1 to the power n. Else fn equals to n minus 1 to the power n. So this is our closed form solution to this, what this code is computing. So we can't write a recurrence relation, but we can get a solution what fn is representing. So fn is representing a value 3 for n equals to 1, and else it is computing n minus 1 to the power n.